day of September. Hard to imagine that we're already in September. We'll go ahead and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Meeting documents are available for review down next to Commissioner Heiberger. Just a reminder to silence your cell phone. And both Craig and Carol are gone today, but we will find a listening device for you if you need one, so let us know. That would be interesting if you really asked us, because I have no idea, but we could figure it out. That takes us to routine business. First item is I'd consider a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, sorry, roll call vote.
Aye.
My bad.
Heiberger,
Aye.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega, Bender.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Next item is to approve meeting minutes for August 25th, 2020. First would be I'd entertain a motion to approve the Minnehaha County Commission meeting minutes.
So moved, Benega.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega,
Aye.
Bender, Heiberger,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Next item is a motion to approve the joint City of Sioux Falls and Minnehaha County meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second. Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega,
Aye.
Heiberger,
Aye.
Karski,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Next item are bills to be paid in the amount of $528,874.82.
Pay the bills.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any comments? Commissioner Barth.
Madam Chair, this week's bills are fairly low, but it includes $61,000 for electricity for our campus, 9 occurrences of deceit and transport at $400 each. We had $220,000 of highway projects, and we had $100,000 for triage. So really, this is a pretty minimal week for bills. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? All right, roll call vote, please.
Benega,
Aye.
Heiberger,
Aye.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. The report there from the Minnehaha County Regional Juvenile Detention Center for July 2020, I'd recommend for your review. Next item are personnel actions. I'd consider a motion to approve the routine personnel actions.
So
To
moved.
approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Heiberger,
Aye.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Hi, Carrie, how are you?
Good morning. Carrie Deaver from Human Resources with just two special requests for you. The first is to recognize significant employee anniversaries for September 2020, and it seems to be the list of 5. Celebrating 5 years of service are Karami Faini in the jail, Andre Scott's in the jail, Maria Monkfold in the Sheriff's Office, Ashley Trankel in the State's Attorney's Office, and Dee Gustav in Human Services. And Dee is actually celebrating as a part-time employee. She worked for us for several years before that. And then we have Troy Waterman celebrating 20 years, and Troy is out at JDC. So our gratitude to those individuals for their years of service.
All right, thank you. Thank you to them for their service.
And then the second item for you is to record our county department volunteers for August 2020. In August, our numbers are creeping back up. We were at 277 in 10 departments for county. And I think I say this every month, but we really couldn't do it without them.
Absolutely, it's always such an impressive list, so
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that takes us to item 6, abatements. There are none. Item 7, notices and requests. There are none. Takes us to item 9, planning and zoning notices. Good morning, Kevin.
Kevin Hookman, County Planning Department. This item is the first reading for an ordinance text amendment. Staff received an application to amend regulations for placing a manufactured home within the 1990 zoning ordinance for Minnehaha County. The petitioner is South Dakota Manufactured Housing Association. The primary concern for the amendment is to remove the requirement for a perimeter foundation around the outside of a new mobile home when it gets placed, and to replace that requirement to make the mobile home comply with HUD standards, and also to add a regulation to for performance standards for the skirting around the mobile home. The Planning Commission heard this item on the August 24th Planning Commission meeting. The Planning Commission voted unanimously to approve the proposed amendments. The ordinance is available for review by the Commission and by the public. This is the first reading for the ordinance amendment, and action should be taken to authorize the auditor to publish notice of the hearing of the ordinance text amendment. We're proposing September 29th, 2020 as the second hearing date. Is there any questions?
Questions for Kevin? If
I'd
none,
make a motion to set the 29th as the hearing date for second reading. Is that right?
Second.
it's motion and a second. Any other comments, questions? Roll call vote, please.
Karski,
Aye.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega,
Aye.
Hiberger.
Aye.
Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you for coming this morning. Takes us to item 9, petition for a compromise of lien. There is none. That takes us to opportunity for public comment. Is there anyone here today for public comment? I just feel like I should wait, see if there's anybody coming down the hall, but it does not appear there's anyone here for public comment. So that takes us to regular business. First item is a public hearing to consider a special event on-sale liquor license for Prairie Pasta for an event on October 17th at the Riviera Event Center. Olivia, good morning.
Good morning, Olivia Larson, Auditor's Office. We received an application for an on-sale special event liquor license from Prairie Pasta Inc., which is Johnny Carino's, to provide alcohol at a wedding event and I believe also a rehearsal, yes, at the Riviera Event Center.
Any questions for Olivia? So this is a public hearing. If the proponents are here, they have an opportunity to speak. Okay, proponents are not here. Is there anyone here who's opposed? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Barth,
Aye.
Benega,
Aye.
Hiberger,
Aye.
Karski,
Aye.
Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you. That takes us to item 11, which is to authorize the chair to sign an amendment to the MC 20-08 Professional Services Agreement with Olteg Engineers for the Bridge Guardrail Rehab. DJ Boothie. Good morning, DJ.
Morning, Commissioners. DJ Boothie, Highway Superintendent. We signed an agreement with Olteg Engineers earlier this year to do some design for some guardrail projects. 4 separate structures are going to get guardrail improvements with this design. When we initially signed the agreement, we were hoping that we were going to be able to use standard details and standard plates for each of these locations, which would really simplify the design. Once we got into the work and started investigating the sites more closely, we realized that they're going to need some custom engineering design completed. And so this amendment, the original agreement was for $31,000 or $31,653. This amendment is for an additional $25,835, bringing the total agreement amount to $57,488.50. And again, it's because we were attempting to use standard detail plates, and each of these 4 locations are going to require custom engineering designs. So I can stand by for any questions.
Questions for DJ? So I had an opportunity to visit with DJ just briefly. I mean, the reason that you couldn't use the standard ones are just basically because of the age of these particular bridges that you're working on.
That's correct. The structural connection, for example, the new style of guardrail design does not fit very well with the existing existing structures, and so trying to modify and create a new custom connection point is one of the primary reasons for the requirement to have to do this amendment.
And I think when we visited, you said you guys looked at, given the additional costs, whether it was something that you felt you should still proceed with, but due to the safety concerns, you think this is something that we should go ahead and proceed with.
Yes, of course. So we looked at this additional cost and whether it was financially worth it to move forward with this design, not being able to use the standard plates. But after evaluating that, we did decide that it was more important to have the safety upgrades for these structures. These structures are in pretty good shape, so they will be around for a long time. And the barrier rail and guardrail that are existing in these locations are not satisfactory. And so we decided that it is important to move forward with the improvements at this time. And another thing, after we complete this design, this project will qualify for a bridge improvement grant if we choose to apply for that. We've been working with the DOT and asking the right questions to make sure that we would be able to qualify for funding. And so it's likely that once this design is completed, then at that time we would apply for a bridge preservation grant and hopefully receive funding to do this project under a grant program. So the construction portion will be about 80% paid for using grant funding.
It's a good segue, maybe before we even take action on this, DJ, if you want to give your good news that you received last week about grant funding.
Okay, so last week we received an email from the Department of Transportation. We had applied for 3 preliminary engineering bridge improvement grants and to replace 3 structures. The grant is for just the engineering portion to determine the type, size, and location of the new structures. And we received notice last week that we were successful in all of those. And we also received notice that due to some legislative action last year or earlier this year, that our 20% match is being covered by the state. And so we will receive 3 type, size, and location reports for no cost to Minnehaha County. So we replaced here in a couple of years, and the preliminary engineering will not have to be paid for by the county.
Great news. So when he talks about the bridge improvement grant money for this project, it's real. So, all right, any questions for DJ? All right, I'd entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Benega.
Aye.
Heiberger.
Aye.
Karski.
Aye.
Barth.
Aye.
Bender.
Aye, motion passes unanimously. Thank you, DJ.
Thank you.
All right, that takes us to item 12, liaison reports. Are there any liaison reports this morning? Yep, I think between the building committee and this meeting, we've kind of hit some of the things that I was working on last week. So, all right, item 13, new business. Is there any new business today?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Barth.
I think meeting on Zoom makes Dean's hair look white.
I thought that should have been under new business or old business, but
We heard that.
He's getting a delay.
yeah. Commissioner Karski, we all love you, and we miss you today, so.
Thank you.
Is there any other new business? Any old business? All right. I think I'm supposed to tell you guys that this is our last short meeting for a while. We've had some shorter agendas moving through August, but now we'll be hitting a little heavier lifts as we come into this fall. So,
It's a short meeting because of our brilliant leadership.
correct. Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Heiberger.
Aye.
Karski.
Aye.
Aye.
Barth.
Aye.
Benega.
Aye.
Bender.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming this morning.